Hey everybody, John with ATX Hot Sauce here. We are going to be making one of my favorite sauces, Texas Sriracha. It's a really simple recipe with huge flavors. Hope you're going to like it. We're going to go through all the ingredients and how to make it. One of the things we've already done ahead of time though is we got our mash going right here. We'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. Watch. All right, here's our finished product, but we're not there yet. We've got to start with our ingredients. First of all, we have 135 grams of brown sugar, 55 grams of garlic, 1 cup of white vinegar, and the most important thing of all, our mash, which is made of red jalapenos, Fresno peppers, and onion. Been brining this for about 30 days or so. All right, let's get to blending this Texas Sriracha, one of my favorite hot sauces out there. First of all, we're going to take this mash that I made. Don't know if you can see that. Oh my God, the smell is absolutely amazing. It is a red Fresno peppers, red jalapenos, onion, and a salt mash. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's been going for a little bit over 30 days. We're going to put it in the blender here along with the other ingredients. Next in, 135 grams, or basically a cup of brown sugar. All right, our garlic. And we're gonna do about half the vinegar right now. Well, let's see what the consistency looks like. No, we'll go ahead and add all the vinegar in. And a little secret ingredient to keep everything from separating, a little xanthan gum. You don't need much, especially in about a half a blender like this. So we're going to use about 2/3 of a teaspoon. Mix that in. Make sure you don't put this, right when you put this in, make sure that you turn that blender on because it does tend to kind of get all sticky in there. So. All right, we got our blending done, almost, because I have a 2-step process when it comes to the blending. But what does every great chef, every great home cook do when you're about halfway through the recipe? You got to taste it, right? So let's taste this puppy. Ooh, wow, that smells great. Now we're not done yet though. Let me get a spoon. And we're going to taste this. Absolutely phenomenal. I wish you guys could taste this. It's going to get even better too. All right, we just blended the sauce. What's next? Well, most people, what would they do? They would take a bowl with a strainer, a spoon, pour the mixture over here, and get all the juices out and leave all the solids inside the strainer. That's really wasteful. I don't like to do that, right? I like to do something a little bit better and more conscious so you don't waste a lot of food. We're gonna use this with the extractor mode on the blender. What this does is pulverize the seeds, all the skins, everything together, makes for a real creamy sauce, and you don't waste all that good stuff that should be in the sauce. So all right, let's go there. All right guys, next step, let's get these things bottled. It's one of my favorite parts. Put it in the bottle, get the lids on, get the labels on, get the shrink wraps on them, and you're ready. All right, we cleaned and sanitized all these bottles, a little bit of Star San to finish them off. It's perfectly fine, even if there's a little left in there. It doesn't look like there is, it's all good. We're gonna line these up. This is where it can get a little bit messy. We're gonna try to keep it from getting too messy though. All right. Now the sauce is still warm from heating it up, so we want to fill it all the way to the top because it will shrink up a little bit. And you don't want a half full bottle or a quarter full bottle. Look at there. 6 full bottles. Now let's get these bottles cleaned up, get the lids on. All right, we've got these all bottled up. We're gonna put the lids on it now. We're gonna put the labels on. We're gonna put the shrink wrap. If you notice, I reserved a little bit of the sauce on the side, and I've got my pH meter here. Should have done this before I heated it up, but that's fine. As soon as this cools off a little bit, we're gonna show you guys how to read the pH and see what it is. I have a feeling this is probably gonna be around 3.6, 3.7. which is obviously shelf stable. So you can keep these in the cabinet. Once you open them up, make sure you do put them in the refrigerator though. All right, let's get these caps on. All right. These have been sanitized, cleaned. Gonna get these on there real tight. And now when we first store them, because they're still warm, I'm gonna store them upside down in the box that they came in. Kind of seals it up, right? You got a little piece of plastic-ish paper up inside there. It helps it seal. So you store them upside down in the box like this, right? But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and get the labels on. I like to make my own labels. We'll just line it up, and there we go. Make sure your bottles aren't wet when you're putting the labels on it, because they won't stick. This is kind of the fun part. It's like crafts, arts and crafts. You know, that's one of the fun things about making hot sauce. You get to design your own label, your logo, your recipes, kind of tailored for what you are, maybe the region you're in or the region you're from. Kind of put your own signature on it, right? All right. Now let's get these shrink wraps on them. Typically these Woozy bottles, when you buy them, come with the shrink wraps already. Some of them don't. My recommendation is always buy the ones that have the shrink wrap tops on it already. But be careful when you're taking them. Make sure you're only putting one at a time. Made the mistake before of not pulling them all apart, and they really don't seal very well when you do that. Get those on there. Now I've got a trick too for doing these. One of the things that I've done in the past is have a pot of boiling water. Take the pot of boiling water and you put this upside down in it, and it shrinks it. But a faster way to do it is with the right tools. Do it on high. I like to do about a half setting. And you don't want this to bubble up, so what I do is I put it straight down like this and then just spin it. Make sure you're giving a little downward pressure when you're doing this. Get all those little crinkles out of it. We make a lot bigger batches sometimes too, in big gallon. We even have a couple of 5-gallon batches going. That's a lot. I would recommend getting some help with that. And actually the hot water method might actually work better, because you can put 5 or 6 bottles in some hot water at one time. Might go a little bit faster. Or if you just want to baby them, you can do it this way too. And there you have it, Texas Sriracha. Why do we call it Texas? Well, it's made in Texas, and we like to use jalapenos and Fresnos on it too. Some people like to use the Thai chilies. One of my favorite sauces out there. I think this is cool enough. Let's go ahead and check that pH is the last thing we're gonna do here. I was thinking about 3.6, 3.7. We'll see what that looks like. Yeah, 3.5. Not bad at all. Hope you enjoyed the recipe. Hope you try it out yourself. If you'd like to buy some of the ones I've already made, you can go to atxhotsauce.com. That's atxhotsauce.com. And if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe down below and check out our other new videos too. Thanks.